Hello everyone, we are students taking up hospitality technology. Today we are here to show you, or rather to reenact the culture in Thailand. So let us discover and learn some important facts and practices in Thailand.
First, let's start with a quick background about Thailand. Thailand is historically known as Siam. Officially, the Kingdom of Thailand is a country in Southeast Asia. It has a population of almost 70 million people. Thailand is also often referred to as Land of Smile. Their climate is somehow similar to the Philippines. Their religion is mostly Buddhism. Thailand is a monarchy, which means they are ruled by their king.
Let's now discuss their proper greetings. First is the Y. Greetings are accompanied by the gesture known as a Y, which is the placing of two palms together with fingertips touching the nose. A Y indicates the level of respect for another person and is an acknowledgement of seniority. Young children bend their knees when they Y. Adults should not do this. Let's now proceed with their basic etiquette. Before you enter a Thai household, you are supposed to remove your shoes or slippers. This is because they sometimes eat on the floor. It is important to them that the floor will remain clean. In the home, people often sit on the floor. It is offensive to stretch one's feet and legs out in front of each other's. Women typically tuck their legs to the side and behind them, whilst men sit cross-legged. Whether at home or outside, it is considered offensive to sit on a chair with one's legs crossed, especially in the presence of an elder.
Ba't ka ba kasi nangingilong ng damit?
Hindi ko alam, wala ka sa bahay.
Sana nag-chat ka?
Wala ko isusuot. Tsaka hindi ka naman online.
Palagi ka na lang ganyan.
Stop. Avoid speaking loudly or raising one voice. Thai are often soft-spoken. Raising one voice is generally frowned upon as it implies a loss of control in a situation and can cause a person to lose face. Monks are often given donations by Thai people. If a woman needs to pass something to a monk, it is best to give it to a male to then pass forward or hold the object with a handkerchief or tissue. It is generally forbidden for Buddhist monks to come into physical contact with women. In Thailand, the right hand is used to pass or receive items. Sometimes, both hands are used, but it is taboo to use only one's left hand.
Masyado ko na.
Okay lang na magalit ka sa akin, pero huwag mo ko tuturuin.
In Thailand, pointing at another person with one's index finger or feet is considered rude. In Thailand, the top of the head is considered to be the most important part of the human body. To touch someone on the top of their head, especially a baby or a child, is rude and insensitive.
When someone has finished eating, it is common to leave a small amount of rice on the plate or some other element of the meal. This signifies to the host that the meal was satisfying. A plate wiped clean may imply there was an insufficient amount of food. After finishing a meal, utensils are placed together on a plate.
Hati na ba yan?
Hindi ko yung mga itsura nila.
Umunggulit yung isa.
Sino ko mukha nito?
Culinary.
Avoid insulting the king or the royal family. Not only is it disrespectful and inappropriate, but it can have legal consequences in Thailand. There is an anthem for the king that when it is being played, you need to stand up and pay respect. Whatever you were doing.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 1
part of the Thai culture.
Have you noticed that we are all wearing yellow today? It's not just because we want our group to have a uniform color. You see, most Thai people wear yellow, especially during Mondays. But why? This is because the color yellow symbolizes their support for their former king. Yellow is the color of Monday. It is not an obligation but respect for the king. All Thais know their exact birthday of the week. For example, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. It's related to a Buddhist belief that there is a different God who protects each day, or people who were born on each day of the week.
Religious practices. Thai people believe in spirits. Sometimes there are spirit houses outside their house. Before entering the house, they bow to the spirit house as a sign of respect. Thais have added to the original doctrine. For example, it is strongly influenced by traditions regarding ancestral and natural spirits. Thai families often build a small house to hold the spirits as they travel throughout Thailand. You will see this located directly outside the home main entrance. Food and drinks offerings are left in the spirit houses on a regular basis to keep them content. It is believed if they are not kept happy, then the household will experience chaos. Spiritories. Just like the spirit house, Thai people also believe that they need to offer in the spiritories to avoid chaos.
Let us pretend that a tourist is about to enter the temple. He or she should read the temple etiquette before entering the temple. Upon entering a temple, visitors should always dress appropriately. Both men and women should not wear tank tops or shorts that do not cover their knees. Shoes should be removed before entering as well. You should stay out of the way of worshippers. Back away from the Buddha rather than turning your back, and never point your feet at a Buddha statue. All visitors should avoid touching objects in the temple, and women should never touch a monk.
In Thailand is required to become a monk for a period of time before the age of 20. Though the expected time length is about 3 months, some will stay as little as a day or 2. The majority of the monks remain for at least a few weeks. Young men do this in order to receive good karma and merit.
If a man does decide to become a monk, there are several rituals and processes they must go through. For instance, they must shave their head and eyebrows as well as partake in a number of ceremonies. They also receive daily duties in the temple they reside at, such as cleaning or receiving offerings in the mornings.
Monks cannot laugh or speak loudly.
Let us pretend that we are in a Thai bus. Majority of Thais will give up their seats on public transportation for a monk. Tourists should do this as well.
So that's it, guys, for our multicultural diversity.
Thank you for watching, and we hope you learned something new. We hope that you enjoyed watching us as much as we had fun making this video. Thank you.